Alexandra, and Alexandra, you know this is the city of Temeswar very well, and now we have a model in front of us. Alexandra, maybe you could just point out some of the major things which we can see here in Temeswar.
This is a 3D model basically of the old town of Temeswar. This would be the what 300 years ago they would have called the Innenstadt, or the downtown nowadays. This was originally a fortress, which was a 9-tip fortress. Nowadays the wall is gone, so what we see is only the downtown with the two of the main squares. What's missing is Victory Square, the most important one in 20th century Temeswar. We've got Victory Square built on top of the walls. We've got the old castle of the fortress right here. Our tour could go past the Opera House into Liberty Square of nowadays, which back in the day was called Paradeplatz, which was the military square. The side right here is the old Jewish quarter with the old synagogue and the house of the Jewish community. From Liberty Square, another way we could go is towards the old square dedicated to civilian population, which is the old Domplatz, nowadays Union Square, where you've got the old Roman Catholic cathedral, the Orthodox cathedral for the Romanians and the Serbs, along with other buildings of the administration, the art museum of Timișoara, or the old house of the governor, and eventually make it all the way to the bastion. This is the Maria Theresa bastion, which is the first bastion to be built and the last one to be standing. That's another museum right there. It is a wing of the history museum of the area of Banat that you could visit.
What else is there to see and do in Temeswar?
Well, in Timișoara, things you could do is, let's pick one. Apart from museums, but museums are also good. So you've got a village museum to look at, which is pretty much a Banat village in a smaller surface. You've got the Memorial of the Revolution, which you could visit. It's quite important for the city as long as we think of our communist history. You've got the Communist Consumers Museum. Then also Timișoara is very known for its green areas, so it would make for a wonderful walk to just cross the entire city by going from park to park along the riverbanks. So you could go to the Rose Garden and all of the other parks along the way. You could take a boat trip. You could take a plane trip on top of Timișoara and see everything from a bird's view. You could have a local wine tasting, and you can have a local craft beer tasting as well.
Thank you very much, Alexandra.
So very welcome.